Welcome to the final game of the Top of Utah Classic from Northridge High School as the Wasatch Wasps and the Woods Cross Wildcats prepare to go head-to-head with undefeated records on the line here tonight. Thank you for joining us, everyone, on this edition of High School Rewind, available only on Xfinity On Demand. My name is Dane Stewart, excited to bring you this match between a couple of teams that figure to be very competitive in their regions and the 4A classification. We will start first with the Woods Cross Wildcats, and this is a team that comes in, we mentioned undefeated. Their only wins have been in this tournament. They are 2-0, but this is a team that features one of the better shooters in the entire state, and that being Garrett Grant, a returning key figure man from their team last season that went to the playoffs, lost in the first round. But Grant actually right now through 2 games, he has hit 10 3-pointers. 10 in 2 games, averaging over 20 points per. He is a lights-out shooter. Reminds me of myself. It's not true at all. Much better than I ever was. But he leads these Woods Cross Wildcats, and a couple of names to watch for includes Zakil Harry, the athletic guard for the Cats, as well as Luke Jowers and Jackson Pullman down low for Woods Cross. Look for them to try to establish some post play, but if Grant can get going from the outside, this is a very scary team in that Region 6. We'll switch and talk a little bit now about the Wasatch Wasps. This is a team that makes the jump up to 4A this season, and excited for the Wasps. They have started off 3-0, of course 2 of those wins being in this very tournament. And they are led by a couple of familiar names as well. Some of you may remember the name Cade Cloward from the football season for the Wasps. But Nathan Dow leads the way for Wasatch, and right now he is going 18 points per game. He's having a fantastic season. And then another name so far here in the early going to watch for includes Benjamin Pello. He is averaging 15 points and 8 boards down low for the Wasps. This is a team that is pretty deep. They have a lot of guys who can score the basketball. They come in here having taken care of business, averaging nearly 70 points per game. The Woods Cross Wildcats averaging just over 70 points a game. This is a game that figures to have a lot of offensive scoring. These 2 teams have been very impressive here in the early going. We mentioned both of them undefeated. After tonight, one of them won't be. Whoever obviously plays better tonight is going to remain undefeated as their non-region schedule continues. And with that introduction to these 2 teams and some of the players, now we're going to send you down to the court for the opening tip. Underway here from Northridge High as the tip goes out of bounds. It will go to the Wasps. So here's Cloward running the point on this opening possession. Now Jackson Gordon finds the way over to Peterson. Back up top with Gordon. Gonna see a lot of Dow down low in this one. So here's Peterson with it. He's gonna take the 3, and Casey Peterson, the senior, that's the first points of the ball game. 3-0 Wasps on the Peterson 3. Now here's Zakil Harry. Corner, here's Grant. We talked about him. Gave a little hug to Cloward after the made 3. Knotted up. We talked about both these teams have a lot of offensive weapons. You've seen 2 of them here in the early going. Putting the ball on the floor. Here's Gordon on the drive. He was fouled on the drive. Foul was called on Harry as Wasatch will inbound it from underneath their own basket. They do so to Pello. That's Dow, big number 33. Talk about the nice year he has had. Let's drive that time. 3-pointer on the way. That one no good. Rebounded, however, by Pello, and then he is fouled. Foul was on Garrett Grant. That already the second team fouls. Here's a baseline jumper from Peterson, and he has all 5 of the Wasatch points. Made 3-pointer and that baseline J. He starts off, he's defending Howie down low. Now Howie had positioning instead. The ball finds the way to the other side, and Luke Jowers, one of the 2 quarterbacks on the football team this year for Woods Cross, ties things up at 5. Nice little turnaround jumper by Benjamin Pello. Shooting percentages are high here in the early going. Now this is Jackson Pullman with it. Over to Grant. Grant's going to take the 3. Woods Cross takes the lead. Grant has 2 3-pointers, bringing his season tally to 12. He's played just over 8 quarters. Here's a three from Dow, and Dow answers. How about the shooting of both these two teams? The junior Nathan Dow answers right back, and now Grant looking to drive. Lost his footing. He got fouled on the play, and they're going to give this foul to Peterson. Jowers went up with this one. That was no good. Certainly contact as Ballstead come on, and he launched that three. That was well off. Dow with the board. Ballstead again. Passes over to Peterson. He's hit one of those earlier. Here's Dow on the drive. That one knocked out off of Dow. It was Grant who stripped it. And then Dow hit it again out of bounds. Zakeel Harry brings the ball up the floor, looking for Jowers' corner three. Luke Jowers. Woods Cross holds an 11-10 lead. Is putting the ball on the drive. Jackson Gordon, and an offensive foul called on Gordon. He doesn't like it. (11-10) our score. We are just 3 minutes into it as Dow knocks this ball out of play. Jowers to inbound, does so to Harry. That was a popular connection during the football season. Zakeel Harry, one of the speedy wideouts, uses his speed there to get guys out of position. Howie able to connect, count the bucket and the foul. Travis Howie to the line. Free throw no good. Rebound is to Dow. Foul, meanwhile, was called on Gordon, his second, just 3 minutes in. 13-10 the score. Advantage to Woods Cross. He's coming around the screen. That time was Ballstead. Now gets rid of it. To Pello. Pello's going to take the three. That one rims off. Rebound is to Grant. Eric Grant comes up. He's going to shoot another three. That one missed everything out of bounds. And that ball actually ruled to be deflected, so Woods Cross takes it out underneath their own basket. Here's Pullman with it. Over to Grant. Tries to get it into Howie. Instead, a foul called on the floor on the entry pass on Ballstead. Jowers to inbound, does so to Grant. 4 team fouls on the Wasps as we approach the midway point here of the first quarter. Jumper left short, rebounded by Ballstead. Up the floor quickly. Three-pointer on the way by Cloward. No good. Saved, but right to the hands of Jowers, as it was Peterson who made the save. Kick back to Howie. Howie goes over there. He gets fouled on the shot. To the line for two goes Travis Howie. Howie missed his first free throw. This is his second attempt at the line. It also is too strong. Rebound was by Peterson. Cloward brings this ball up over to Peterson, now in the corner. Three-pointer from Peterson. Casey Peterson, his second three-pointer of the ball game. Knots it up at 13 apiece. Screen set by Grant for Harry. Now Harry trying to get it back to him. That's a low pass and ruled to be a foul, I believe, on Cloward. Inbounded into the backcourt to Harry. As the frenetic scoring has slowed down here a little bit. Pace inside to Howie. To Grant. Now Grant looking to drive. Kicks it outside to Harry. Boy, beautiful ball movement to find Howie underneath the basket. Give the assist to Pullman. Those two team up for a nice bucket. 15-13, the Cat lead. Now here is Dow. Turns it back. Now Cloward with the drive. He goes up, but he gets fouled on the shot, and Cade Cloward to the line, as this foul is going to be called on Grant. Cloward missed his first free throw. Second one, no good either. Coming in, Trevin Nell for Woods Cross, as well as Benjamin Pello for the Wasps, as Grant had to check out. That was his second foul here early in the first. Well, late in the first, but early in the contest, as Harry missed that. Now numbers going the other way for the Wasps. On the drive, no good. Tipped back up by Peterson, nothing there. And then that ball cannot be saved. It is out off of Pello, back to the Cats. Zakil Harry. And he tried to give it to his man who was running it out, but he cut in, turned over to the Wasps. Here's Cloward with a bit of a drive. He gets fouled from behind on Harry. Second foul on Harry. He goes out as Josh Cowley comes in for him for Woods Cross. That ball went right through the hands of the Wasps, turned over. I believe it was Hanson who just checked in. I don't have a 31. We'll have to try to get that for you. Meanwhile, 15-13, still the Woods Cross lead. Minute and a half left. Cowley, cross-court pass. Three-pointer coming from Pullman. That one's good. Grant has two. Pullman just netted his first three of this first quarter, and it's a 5-point advantage for the Cats. Three-pointer for Wasatch. That one rims out. Apologies, I don't have a number 0 either, so I don't know who took that shot. We'll try to get that one. Rebounded by Woods Cross. That play broken up by 32. Don't have a 32 either. That's three guys on the court for Wasatch that we're going to have to go with numbers at this point. Nice creation of the turnover, though, and the putback right there by Benjamin Pello. As he missed his initial shot, got the board, and put it back. 18-15, the Woods Cross advantage. Under a minute left, 40 seconds to play in this first quarter. As Pullman comes around the screen, squares up, back of the iron, rebounded by Howie. Outside, three-pointer from Jowers, and Luke Jowers again. I think that is his second three-pointer, and the hot shooting continues. This ball sent into the key to Pello. Forces one up, and Howie thought he got the block. A foul is called, and Pello to the line to shoot two. First free throw from Dow was missed. Second one comes out as well. And free throw shooting has not been kind to Wasatch here early on in the first quarter. Cowley back outside to Jowers. 7 seconds remaining, 6-point lead. Jowers looking to drive, and a foul called on the drive on Cloward. Jowers shooting 1-and-1, made his first free throw. Second one is good as well. 23-15, countdown is on. 1 second left. Cloward throws one up. This one no good. Quarter comes to an end. 23-15, the Cats looking strong. Second quarter underway. An 8-point lead for Woods Cross, and they will start with the possession. It's been hot shooting for the Cats. Whenever you're on pace to net over 90 in 32 minutes, shooting the ball pretty well. Luke Jowers dribbles into the defense, throws one up, and when it's your kind of night, it's your kind of night. Luke Jowers just threw that up, trying to draw the foul, nets two. Meanwhile, a three-pointer, that one was by Kaiden Hansen, no good. The putback is missed, and the ball ends up on the run with Trevin Nell. Nell with the shot, count the bucket, and the foul. Nell to the line to shoot a free throw. Nell to shoot the one. It rims out. And Wasatch says, finally, a missed shot. Seems like there haven't been very many of them. Logan Biesinger, meanwhile, number 0. He's got the ball right now. Foul was called on him. This is Ballstead with it. On the drive, Nathan Dow. That one was too strong, and a foul called on Dow. And again, a 1-and-1 situation for the Cats. From here on out, they will be shooting 2 As Law goes to the line. As Nell goes to the line. Nell's free throw, no good. Pello with the board, up the other way quickly. Ballstead in the corner, back up top. Now Wasatch working the perimeter. Here's the drive. Now trying to go underneath the Pello. That ball broken up by Howie. Read the play beautifully. They were trying to get it down in the blocks to Pello, at least in the key. Couldn't get it to him. Kicked outside. Nell puts it back on the floor. And boy, that's a touch foul. And Coach Long's just about had enough. He takes his jacket off. He's getting sick of the calls here late. To the line go the Cats. Need to bring you up to speed. Had a technical foul called on Coach Long, so it was 4 free throws for the Cats, and Jackson Pullman hit 3 of them. Means it's 30-15. An advantage of the Cats. A foul here. Back to the line will go Luke Jowers to shoot 2. Meanwhile, the Cats had possession because of the technical foul, and now an opportunity for 2 more at the line. There's a second foul on Ballstat. Jowers makes both at the line. 32-15, the Cat advantage. 2 minutes into the second quarter. Cross-court pass over to Gordon. He drives into the key. This one no good. Put back was no good. Is trying to get the tip back, was down. Instead, a foul called underneath on Pullman. Nathan Dow made his first free throw. This is his second attempt on this trip at the line. It is good as well. Those are the first points by the Wasps in this second quarter. It ends what was a 9-0 run for the Cats in this second quarter alone. Jowers picks up his dribble, gives off to Cowley. And it should be noted, a lot of this Woods Cross offense comes with Grant on the bench, as that time Nell just gets out of the double team. Again picking up the dribble as Cowley to Jowers in the key. That one long. Cowley with the putback. The foul, no good. Cowley will go to the line as Dow was trying to draw the charge and no call came. First free throw from Cowley was good. Second one, no good. And then this one knocked out by Howie. There was a second foul on Thomas Morrow for Wasatch. 33-17 the score. This ball given back to Peterson for 3, no good. Now the putback that time by Dow. He gets fouled as he missed the shot. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 as the foul came against Woods Cross. Dow missed his first free throw. Second one, no good either. Pello checks back in for Wasatch, and I need to clarify, I said Howie on the previous possession knocked it out. It was actually Tanner Muhlstein, and that was who picked up the foul on Dow, number 40, Muhlstein. He has it now, being guarded by Peterson. Now this is Nell putting it on the floor with the drive. Got too far underneath the basket, knocked out off of Wasatch, as Woods Cross will have it underneath their own basket. This ball inbounded to Cowley. He dribbles it out. 33-17, a 10-2 start to this second quarter for the Wildcats. And a 5-second call coming against Cowley. Really good defense put on by Carson Law. Never let him out of the sight. Turnover by the Cats. Gordon brings the ball up the floor. And right now, if you're Wasatch, got to take this game possession at a time. Very easy to see. Down by 16. Need to stay in it. A foul called here on the drive against Pullman. That was a second foul on Pullman. It was the 8th team foul. So free throws for Wasatch. Pello made both of them on the trip. Jowers gonna pull up from just inside the 3-point arc. 2 more for Luke Jowers, who's had a nice day shooting the ball. Now this is Thomas Morrow with it. Over to Biesinger. I give it to Pello with the little fadeaway. That shot no good. Rebounded by Nell. Running the floor is Mulestein, and what a nice find that time for Woods Cross. I think it was Nell. Saw he had his power forward / center running the floor and rewarded him. Biesinger looking for some space, gets it over to Pello. Dribbles into traffic, now the shot taken. That one is good by Thomas Morrow. And the scoring starts to pick up again. We saw a couple minutes here in this second where it wasn't there. How about the drive? Count the bucket by Luke Jowers. He gets fouled, goes to the line to shoot an extra. Extra free throw from Jowers is good. That was the second foul on Biesinger, and it's a 40-21 lead for Woods Cross. 3:25 left here in the second. This good ball movement here as Dow puts it on the floor. Then he finds some space as Mulestein tried to draw the foul. Left a wide open lay-in for Dow. Zakil Harry kicks this out. Three-pointer on the way from Nell. That one missed badly. Nell goes up with it. He gets fouled by Peterson, and to the line goes Mulestein. First free throw from Mulestein was good. Second one is as well. 42-24. This ball thrown up to Peterson. Now Wasatch going to try to set something up here. Biesinger with it. Kicks out off the drive. Three-pointer coming. That one in front of the iron and bounced across. It was Gordon who took the shot. Woods Cross up with it quickly. Now Jowers on the baseline. Tried to get rid of it. Three-pointer from Nell. That one rims off. Dow with the board. Now he's going to fire this one up long, and how about Zakil Harry? Shows you the speed. Jowers for three. That one front of the rim. And then some nice follow-up by Nell, though he couldn't corral it. It'll be Wasatch ball underneath. Gordon gets the ball over to Biesinger. Came around to screen, ball was late. Now here's Dow with the drive, and we've got a foul on the drive. No shot. As this foul was on the floor, Dow will go to the line to shoot the 1-and-1 as the foul was on Jowers. Dow made his first free throw. This is his second in the 1-and-1 situation. Left it short. Then Dow follows it up and gets the putback. How about the reverse old-fashioned three-point play? You net the one first, and then you get the putback. You gotta love it. 42-30, or 26, excuse me. The scoreboard operator had it wrong. I was gonna say, how about the comeback? As Jowers puts a knife in that one. A three-pointer from the corner. 45-26. Now Peterson tries to answer. That one rims out. And out of bounds. It will go back to Woods Cross. Harry going to bring the ball up the floor as Woods Cross. 45-26, minute and a half left. Jowers with another three. He got fouled on the shot by Dow, and Jowers going to go to the line to shoot three. Jowers has made his first two free throws. This is the third. It is no good. How about Howie with the board and the putback that rolls off. Jesse Gilman grabs the board. Also coming in was Pello for Wasatch. Meanwhile, Cowley back on for Woods Cross. Three-pointer from Peterson. And Peterson gets his third three-pointer of this ball game. Coach Walkenhurst furious that his defense didn't close out. Boy, nice find by Jowers on the penetration. Finds Howie underneath. And it's a 20-point lead with a minute left here in the opening half. Woods Cross. Dynamic shooting. Peterson for three. That one in front of the iron. Trying to save it was Pello. And then caught by Pullman. Jowers brings it up the floor quickly. Uh-oh. Tut. It looks like rain. Jowers another three-pointer. His fourth of the ball game. And it is 52-29. Little spin move. That's a tough shot. And a big make by Pello as Howie was all over him. Pello able to get the turnaround to fall. Jowers holding it midcourt. 10 seconds left here in the opening half. Jowers, this is going to be an offensive foul as he pushed off. Shot is no good. Foul called on Jowers. Second foul on Jowers as Ballstedt and Gordon come in. This ball sailed long out of bounds to Woods Cross. Woods Cross turned it over on the inbound, so now Wasatch will inbound it. Has to fire the shot. Instead, no, we've got whistles. An illegal screen set by Wasatch, so give it back to Woods Cross. 1.2 seconds left. Woods Cross to inbound. They will do so to Cali, and finally the half comes to a close. 52-31. Woods Cross all over the Wasps here at the top of Utah Classic. Second half underway. This ball inbounded to Harry. It's a 52-31 lead for Woods Cross. The shooting by the Cats is, you couldn't ask for much better if you're a fan of the Wildcats. Grant is back in. He sat for most of that run, and he gets the floater to drop that time. Garrett Grant got a really nice start in this game, hit 2 3-pointers in the first, and then sat due to foul trouble as this was Pello who put it up. He gets fouled. Foul was called, I believe, on Howie. Pello will go to the line to shoot 2. Pello missed his first free throw. The second one is good. First points of the second half for Wasatch. Go to Benjamin Pello. And a turnover. Steal created by Gordon and then given right back. As here's Jackson Pullman. Kicks it out. 3-pointer for Jowers. Why not? His 5th 3-pointer of this ball game. And we talked about Grant with the foul troubles. It has been Luke Jowers who really stepped up, especially from beyond 3-point distance. As Grant was on the bench looking inside. What a beautiful entry pass to Howie as that one is knocked out of play by the Wasps. Inbound was trying to go the way of Howie. A nice job by Dow, able to break that up. Swinging it around the perimeter. 3-pointer on the way from Gordon, and Jackson Gordon hitting a 3 here early in the third quarter. 57-35 now, the Cat lead. How about Harry with the drive? Really nice usage of his speed, able to get around the defender and lay that in, and that's a much tougher shot going against the body. And that time a block called on Howie. Had a beautiful block on the shot, but officials call the blocking foul. Third foul on Howie. He will head to the bench as Muhlstein comes in for him. That shot was taken by Peterson. No good as Harry with the rebound. Now he looks to drive. How about the crossover from Harry? Jowers for 3. That one out. There's Muhlstein with the putback. That was a 3-point shot that looked like was going to fall for Luke Jowers, and then Harry gets the block for Woods Cross. Look at the speed as he just runs past Gordon and then gets fouled on the shot. Cloward can't believe it, and Zakil Harry will go to the line to shoot 2. That was the third foul on Cade Cloward. Harry's tripped to the line. He made the first free throw. Second free throw is perfect. 64-35. Advantage to the Wildcats. And it was a great shooting first half for Woods Cross. Now they're using the speed, specifically Harry, as he's had a couple drives that have turned into points for Woods Cross. Now in the post, this is Nathan Dow working against Jowers, and Dow with the size advantage and a quick timeout taken by the Wasps. This is Pullman on the drive. And an offensive foul call on Jackson Pullman. He made the bucket, but it was Nathan Dow who stepped in and drew the charge. It's the third foul on Pullman. There's now a little full court put on by Coach Walkenhurst. They get it across. Over to Cloward. Now a corner three on the way, and that one is good by Jackson Gordon. And Wasatch, really not a bad game. They had 31 points at half, which normally on any other night, that's not a bad outing. They have 9 already here in the first couple points of this third quarter as Jowers misses that floater shot, rebounded by Dow. He brings it down. It's just been great scoring by Woods Cross that has made the effort look futile. Is a foul here on Pullman. That will be his fourth, I believe, as Dow drew it. That was the fourth on Pullman, so he heads to the bench as Nell and Cowley both come on for Woods Cross. And that ball turned over as Pello just had the pass go through his hands. Here's Grant with the drive. Now he's going to step back and take the three. That one no good. Rebounded strongly by Jackson Gordon. Now Harry trying to make it difficult on him to bring it up the floor. Pello back to Dow. Dow trying to work against Muhlstein, and Muhlstein and Dow both hit the floor in a wrestling effort. And a jump ball called. Possession will go back to Woods Cross. Possession actually stays here with Wasatch as that pass was thrown beyond Morrow, but Dow able to track it down for the Wasps. Midway through this third quarter, three-pointer on the way from Gordon. That missed everything. Rebounded by Garrett Grant. Grant up ahead. Up top, Harry for three. Zakil Harry's shot no good. Tapped out by Cowley, but couldn't bring it in as now Cloward leads the break. Zakil Harry able to break it up and then blocked. A foul instead. Going to be called on Nell as Wasatch's Cade Cloward will head to the line. Cloward missed his first free throw. Second one is good. That was the first foul on Trevin Nell. Nell just a freshman, the youngest player on this Woods Cross team. He's played a lot of minutes tonight. So he has it now, mid court. He gets it up to Muhlstein. Muhlstein with the drive and turned that one over to Ballstead. Now Law kicks it out to Ballstead. And a block call on Muhlstein, and you saw him kind of slide the hips over. That's where the call was, as Ballstead will shoot free throws. Ballstead was able to make both free throws on his trip to the line. 63-43. Advantage to Woods Cross. Harry passes to Muhlstein in the corner. He's looking to drive baseline. Now a baseline pass that is broken up by Ballstead. Was trying to get it over to Trevin Nell up the floor quickly to Carson Law with the drive. Trying to use glass and missed the shot. Rebounded by Muhlstein. As Garrett Grant now will bring the ball up the floor. Grant with the drive and the kick out. Cowley with it. Nell with it now. Over to Harry. A little over pursuit. Finds Muhlstein underneath all alone, and that's created by aggressive defense that didn't pay off as rotations left Muhlstein all alone. Harry able to recognize it, picks up the assist on the lay-in from Muhlstein. Now Cloward going to go up top. Three-pointer from Peterson. Closeout was by Nell, then he taps it back to Grant, and now a fast break in numbers for Harry and the Cats. But Harry will slow things up. What a nice spin move by Zakil Harry. That just rimmed out on him. Rebounded by Peterson as the Wasps come down. Back out, three-pointer from Izzy Ballstead. That one no good as Muhlstein will pick it up. Now Grant running with it. Kicks it out. Harry for three. In front of the iron and over as Cowley was able to pick it up, and a timeout taken by Woods Cross. This ball thrown in to Cowley. He will dribble it out. Grant with the drive. Boy, what a beautiful find is Howie. Grant on the drive, drew up the defense, and Howie was waiting underneath and had an easy lay-in. 67-43 Woods Cross. Peterson with a baseline drive as Woods Cross collapsed on him. Three-pointer from Ballstead, that missed everything, and out of play it will go back to Woods Cross. 1 minute left here in the third quarter. It's pretty much been all Woods Cross in this one. Game hasn't been close since the first, and now a foul coming from Ballstead. That was the third foul on Izzy Ballstead as Harry tries to inbound this. Instead, a foul going to be called on the play. Ballstead picked up another foul, his fourth. Grant with the crossover, now into the corner. Here's Cowley with the jumper. That is no good, and a foul called on Nell. And that Nell-Ballstead battle has been going on for a while. Ballstead at the line shooting the 1-and-1 as it was the second foul called on Nell. The free throw's no good. Rebounded by Nell. Harry with the drive. Kick out. Grant's alone. Three-pointer on the way. That one no good. Rebounded by Peterson. Now in the corner. Kicked out. Here's Gordon with it. Back to Ballstead. 12 seconds left here in the third. Thomas Morrow with it. 5 seconds left. Peterson now on the drive. Shot taken at the horn. That rims out. No good off the hands of Logan Biesinger. Third quarter's come to a close. 67-43 Woods Cross in control. Fourth quarter underway. Thrown into the Woods Cross backcourt. Now Garrett Grant will bring it up. Grant's going to take a contested three, and Garrett Grant, his first three-pointer since the first quarter, brings his season total to 13. And we talked about what a shooter he was. He's had some struggles. I think his fouls really took him out of his rhythm. Here's a three-pointer taken by Hansen. No good. Rebound by Jowers, and Woods Cross comes right back. Grant with another one. Get out your umbrella. Back-to-back three-pointers for Garrett Grant, and the lead is now 30. This ball out of bounds will stay with Wasatch. This ball thrown to Hansen. Finds Biesinger. He's going to try to get this to Dow on the block. Dow working against Jowers. With the spin, good D by Jowers. Dow able to get good positioning and convert. Not much Jowers can do in that situation. Nice job standing strong and at least not committing the foul as Jowers with the drive. That hit the side of the backboard and Wasatch able to corral it. Biesinger up ahead to Gordon who tries to drive and he gets fouled by Grant. And Jackson Gordon will go to the line to shoot. Both free throws were made as Cloward comes back in for Wasatch. 73-47, the Woods Cross advantage. Harry looking to penetrate. Kicks it out to Pullman. Back to Harry. Harry with a baseline drive. Now kicks it to Jowers for three. That one no good. And that's touched by Howie out of bounds. Thomas Morrow checks back in for Wasatch. Ball thrown to Dow. Now at the elbow, Dow with the jumper. That one is missed. Trying to track it down was Hansen. You have to love the effort, though. Woods Cross able to bring it in. And a carry. As that time Grant had the ball get stuck on his hip. And a turnover by the Cats. Screen set by Morrow. Cloward with the drive, fouled. Shot is no good, as this is Howie who picks up the foul. Cloward missed the front end. Second free throw, no good either. Ballstead and Pello both come on for Wasatch. Here's Grant with a drive and an offensive foul called on Howie on the screen, and that's going to be 5 on Travis Howie. He's done. So Muhlstein will come on for Howie, who has had a good game down low. He just picked up his 5th foul. Cloward with it, trying to drive against Pullman, and a foul on the shot as Cloward will go back to the line. There was a 3rd foul on Jowers. Cloward missed his first free throw, but makes that his 2nd. 73-48. Woods Cross out in front here late. The top of Utah Classic as the Cats looking to claim victory and go undefeated here at Northridge High, and that was Jackson Pullman with a nice reverse lay-in. Over the way of Kaiden Hansen. Gives it back to Cloward. And a foul going to be called here on Muhlstein, as it was Pello who was trying to work him down low. Pello missed his first free throw. That was the 3rd foul on Muhlstein, as Pello makes his 2nd. Meanwhile, Jesse Gilman just checks in for Wasatch. Harry looking to drive, kicks out to Jowers, now out to Grant. That 3 is no good, as we've got a whistle before the shot. And still don't know what happened. The 3-point is no good, but Woods Cross will keep possession as Harry goes on the drive, and he is fouled by Ballstead. Harry made his first free throw. His 2nd attempt is good as well, as foul was on Izzy Ballstead. That was his 5th. He is done for today, as Jackson Gordon checked in for him. Nice D that time by Harry, not allowing any sort of drive. That ball deflected out of play. Will stay with the black and gold. There's Pello. Over to Gordon. Finds back Pello. Have Gilman trying to work the blocks. Finds him eventually. Now a 3-pointer by Gordon. That shot is no good. Joint rebound. Muhlstein comes away with it. Jowers now brings the ball up the floor for Woods Cross as we hit the midway point of this 4th quarter. Muhlstein all alone, and then a block from behind, and a nice block by Benjamin Pello. Even Muhlstein gave him credit on that one. This ball lofted into Pullman, now up top with Harry. Here's Grant. He's got a baseline drive, and that one was no good. Made a difficult shot as that Wasatch D was collapsing, and that one goes through the hands of Pello, turned right back over. Harry looking to drive, then pulls up at the elbow, gives it off to Jowers, who drives. That one floated and then rimmed out on him. Gordon going to bring it back the other way, dribbling between all sorts of Cats, and then turned it right over to Grant. Numbers coming, finds Harry, who lays it in. Had numbers all the way, and a nice job by Grant, being unselfish and finding his open man under the hoop. Harry able to finish it off as Grant tried to get the steal from behind. It goes out of bounds off of him. Mass substitutions for both squads. This ball inbounded, challenged, and the foul. Count the bucket for Benjamin Pello as Tyler Rohr came over and committed the foul. Pello trying to get the and one, and he does. (79-52), Woods Cross in control, 3 minutes remaining. Harry with the drive, turns around. That's a tough shot. Again, he had Gordon with his hand in the cookie jar trying to disrupt the drive, and Harry able to muscle it past and lay it in. Now Biesinger, that ball is kicked. Morrow checks in for the Wasps. This ball over to Carson Law, now back to Biesinger, and finds Morrow at the top of the key. Now in the corner, cross-court pass. Here's Law with the drive, trying the baseline, and that ball hit the boundary and out of bounds. Backdoor cut put on by Rohr. Now he's trapped, has to pass out. Looking inside for Muhlstein, and Morrow able to disrupt that, and then a double dribble call against Wasatch. Jared Clark and Kyle Rogers both check in for Woods Cross. Here with 2 minutes remaining. Looking inside for Clark, trapped that one along his leg. Now a three-pointer from Rogers. That one comes out on him. Biesinger brings the ball up the floor for Wasatch, and that ball nearly stolen. Now a three-pointer taken, and that one drops for Caden Hansen. Looked like it thought about coming out on him, but ends up falling. 81-55 now the score here. Callie being hounded by Biesinger. Now Rogers, an up and down call that time, traveling. Here's Gilman, able to find Morrow on the baseline, and Thomas Morrow, a nice baseline jumper there. Cowley working against Biesinger. Passes this out to Rohr. Now three-pointer on the way from Nell. Follows up his own shot. Three-pointer from Cowley. That one no good. Clark fighting for position and gets called for the loose ball foul. Biesinger missed his first free throw. His second is coming up. This ball thrown up the floor quickly to Zach Parrish, who just checked in for Woods Cross. Cowley now in trouble in the corner, and a foul going to be called here on Biesinger. This ball inbounded to Parrish. He's going to dribble out. There's only 40 seconds remaining here in the contest. Cowley with it now. He's trying to throw that one into Clark, instead turned it over. Gilman with it now. Nice hustle by Parrish. Able to get the possession. Still loose, and then a foul called. Jordan Lewis, Jake Waltster, and Tyler Moon all check in for Woods Cross here with 30 seconds left. Biesinger trying to get the steal. This one sent into the corner. Zach Parrish tried to get it to Moon, but he had stepped out of bounds. This ball thrown up the floor quickly to Hansen. This drive is shut off as Woods Cross in his zone here, and that one kicked out off of Moon. That ball tipped on entry. Still ends up with Wasatch. Drive here, kicked out. Gilman thought about the three. Instead will take from 16. No good. Gets the rebound and the putback. That bucket's good. Clock sounds, and that will do it. Woods Cross handily defeats the Wasatch Wasps 81-60, the final here from the Top of Utah Classic. Again, our final score here from Northridge High School. The Top of Utah Classic, the Woods Cross Wildcats have defeated the Wasatch Wasps 81-60, and what an entertaining game this was. We talked about how both these teams could really score the basketball. Woods Cross averaging over 70 points a game, and Wasatch right there with them at just under 70 per game. But it was a hot start by Woods Cross. Has had some distance shooting. Garrett Grant came out hot. He had a couple three-pointers in that first quarter, and then they worked Howie down low. He was really good down in the blocks for Woods Cross, and another big part in that first quarter was the foul situation, as they drew a lot of fouls on Wasatch. They were in the bonus in the first quarter alone. Wasatch hung with them through that first quarter. They got off to a good start, but then they had some issues at the free throw line. Hit a little bit of a cold shooting streak. They trailed by 8 after 1, but you had the feeling they weren't quite out of it. Just needed to clean some of those things up. But a 9-0 run to start that second quarter by Woods Cross built a lead that was just too much. They would continue to just shoot the ball phenomenal in that second quarter as Garrett Grant was sidelined with foul trouble, but it became the Luke Jowers show as we were showered with a Jowers barrage of three-pointers in that second quarter, and it was a 29-point quarter for the Woods Cross Wildcats and a 52-31 lead at the break. They would maintain that through the second half. Grant would hit some more threes. Jowers, it was really just a great shooting effort for Woods Cross. For Wasatch, this is a game where they left a lot of points out on the floor tonight. We mentioned a little bit of cold shooting at the free throw line for Wasatch and a little bit of cold shooting from the field as well. It becomes really easy when you find yourself trailing by 15, 20 points to let that play with your head a little bit. Not saying that's what happened, but certainly not a great effort. Well, Wasatch did not play to their capability tonight. You can see a lot of talent on the floor, and just was not a good night for the Wasps all around. Should mention a couple of players who did play well for him. Gordon shot the ball pretty well. Dow had a really nice game as well for Wasatch. He's young, just a junior, still coming into himself, but he shows to be a really good cog and a really good piece for this Wasps team to build around. For the Woods Cross Wildcats, such a great region, Region 6 with Bountiful and Highland, even Judge in there. But Woods Cross has sent notice. They're going to be a challenge in Region 6. This looks to be a complete team as the three-point shooting early on, and then they had great post play tonight with Howie and Mulestein down low. Zakil Harry got some great drives to the hoop where he was able to get some lay-ins. And this Woods Cross team looks to be complete and looks to provide a challenge for a lot of Region 6 teams. That's going to be a fun region to watch all year long. But again, the story here tonight, Woods Cross remains undefeated, improves to 3-0 on the season as they have swept this Top of Utah challenge and walk out of here with an unblemished record. Meanwhile, the Wasatch Wasps dropped to 3-1, still impressive, and this is a very good Woods Cross team. A couple things that Coach Long will be sure to clean up, but expect this team to be a challenge this season as they've got a lot of great pieces, a lot of great talent on the floor. It just was a tough night, and you could see the shooting. A lot of times Woods Cross players Wasatch players just shaking their heads like, I can't believe that's not falling. Those shots are going to fall. Just not a good night for the Wasps overall as they drop this one to the Woods Cross Wildcats, 81-60 again, our final score here from Northridge High School. And that will wrap up our coverage of the Top of Utah Classic. Thank you for joining us on High School Rewind, available only on Xfinity On Demand. For Vince Francis, my name is Dane Stewart. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.